So the first album, A Tale of Two Cities, it got mixed reviews, and we got a small, perfectly formed, militant fan base together. But it didn't really kind of didn't blow up mainstream, but in a mainstream way. But luckily it earned a few sort of really useful fans in the form of Dizzy Rascal, Sting, and then Kanye, and he heard the record, and I'm really, really proud that it was the record, it was the music that kind of got the ball rolling. It wasn't some sort of backroom deal between like record companies or whatever. It was just an organic thing from the music. And I was already a big fan. So when the call came through, how do you feel about Kanye West producing your next album? I didn't hesitate. I think I was kind of, in a way, stuck in that sort of modest pottering around singer-songwriter in North London headspace. And he woke me up and said, well, actually, it's quite feasible for you to be much bigger than this, to fill arenas, and we're a long way off from doing that yet, but we've got our foot in the door. He basically said, you can do this if you want to. Do you want to give it a shot? And I was like, yeah, okay, let's have a go. And I hadn't really pictured myself being that guy before. But once someone like Kanye says, you're that guy, and you just haven't realised it yet. And then he says it again, and then he says it on MTV. And he keeps saying it and saying, you can quote me on this. This guy is going to do this. And then he took me on, we went on tour on the Glow in the Dark tour with him, the European leg and the UK leg. And I kind of got used to playing to 15,000 people a night. And I thought, I wouldn't mind making a record that, let's see if we can do this. I know I can always go back and make another sort of little me and my Spanish guitar staring at my belly button record. I've been doing that. I've written millions of songs that staring at my belly button, but he made me realise that I could be more like that. It's almost like a body language thing. It's like I can write like this. You can stand in your bedroom and sing in the way you sing when you're on that big stage. You take a bigger breath, you put your shoulders back, and you like try and fill the Royal Albert Hall, even though you're just in your bedroom in Camden. So it's been an interesting shift up the gears in my head, That kind of equipped me to come back and make Straight No Chaser with a bit of swagger, really, and not arrogance, because arrogance is saying I'm better than you at everything. But it was just the confidence to say, I'm quite good at this one thing, and I'm going to try and do it as well as possible. And I can list 20 things I'm rubbish at, but he basically said, look, you're a really good singer. Take a bigger breath, and just find your ceiling. So we're just giving it everything we can, and we're playing every show like it's our last. And I love my band, and we're having a lot of fun, and just trying to give it everything, stay healthy, get a bit of sleep now and then, and not be afraid to settle. The whole project is like, I used to be like, I've recorded a few songs, but they're not really finished, and I'm not really happy with them. And now I'm just like, this is what we've done so far. Does it entertain you? Do you know what I mean? But you're still sleeping. I guess the thing is, with Straight No Chasers, I think thematically the songs all work together. I think they add value to each other. I think if you take any of them in isolation, they work, but I think that the sum is greater than the parts, hopefully. For me it is anyway. And we're never in, but you're always welcome. If you run out of dough, Central Park, for example, is sort of folky and glitchy and intimate. And then you've got Supernova, this big widescreen synth pop voyage. You can almost see Kanye like hitting the warp button, putting it into overdrive in the studio. So there's a whole range of sounds, and I guess that's one of the main reasons why I'd want people to listen to it as an album. It's kind of almost documentary of my life at points, and very cathartic. And I didn't really mean it to. I didn't intend for it to come out that way, but these things just kind of fall out of you. But now it's all about straight no chaser. I've got to stand on my own 2 feet. I'm not gonna, I'm not in anyone's shadow. I don't feel like I am. I hope I'm not.